from Polytechnic Liling, Negeri Sembilan. Today, I'm going to present about my topic of research study, that is Polytechnic English lecturers' beliefs about using mobile apps in teaching communicative English. Before I start, I want to say that this is actually a proposed research that I'm going to conduct when my students and my colleagues around the Polytechnic that are going to start the new semester in August. I feel that this is very important to do because we are using fully online teaching and learning with our students. So my intention of doing this research study is because I feel that besides using a mobile website or a normal website, this is a new strategy which is using mobile apps that you can download from Play Store. This is very interesting method to use. So let me continue with my introduction of this research study. The first one is to introduce mobile apps as a new strategy in learning and education system, which purposely launched to replace the old teaching method. Second, mobile apps are enabling the student who lives in rural areas to conduct further studies. Let's say if they have problem to access certain website, so we can give the link of our mobile apps to our students to install in their mobile phones. So this is very easy to use. Third, mobile apps effectively facilitate the process of learning with the use of widespread methods on the internet, such as forums, emails, and video chatting, as mentioned by Davis, Joe, and Martindra on 2005. So the next one is the problem statement. So there are three contextual factors surrounding the problem of teaching English with the help of mobile apps. So the first one will be the worldwide trend of English learning. So as we know that there are so many kind of methods, technologies that you use in learning. So mobile apps actually very new. Probably many of us always have this perception where mobile apps are only for social media or communication or for entertainment. But actually you can use mobile apps for teaching and also learning. So second one, the trends towards merging the technology in the educational process. As I mentioned just now, we are going towards using fully online teaching and learning. So there will probably some problems occur when we need to use this new method. So the third one, the problem of less or lack of accessibility to use mobile apps in teaching English in the classroom. We need to understand that there are certain areas that have problems to access internet. So maybe we need to consider that on how to overcome the problem. So next, the objective of the study. So the first one, to discover the challenges that Polytechnic English lecturers face in using mobile apps for teaching English. As we know that if we want to use something new, there are always challenges and problems that we need to face. So second one, to identify the benefits of using mobile apps in teaching English. So, when we use something new and we gain the benefits, so after that we will actually use mobile apps comfortably in teaching and learning. So third one, to recommend the use of mobile apps to other lecturers in order to support English teaching and learning. So let's say I already use the mobile apps and I feel that it is really helpful for me. So I would recommend the mobile apps to my colleagues and all other lecturers, so that all of us will actually support the new method of teaching English and learning. So next, I'm going to talk about my research question. So there are three. So the first one will be what are the Polytechnic English lecturers believe in using mobile apps for teaching English? This is really important because all of the lecturers will have different opinions about using mobile apps. So second, what are the challenges that English lecturers face while using mobile apps for teaching English in classroom? So let's say if we identify all the challenges, so we can overcome the problem. Okay, third, what are the benefits of using mobile apps in teaching English? As I mentioned just now, if we gain many benefits of using mobile apps, of course we will suggest the mobile apps to other lecturers. Okay, the significance of this research. So the first one will actually bring the awareness of English teachers or lecturers and students towards utilizing mobile apps in teaching and learning. Okay, this is very important because if you want to use something new, the lecturers and also the students need to prepare. Okay, second, to identify the importance of the students using mobile apps effectively. This is also very important because we need to know that whether the students are actually know how to use the mobile apps effectively, so that they will actually have the learning outcome. Okay, third, creating mobile learning awareness to all parties and promote for the effectiveness of teaching and learning. This is very important, not only for students, and also it is also for the communities and also the teachers. Okay, lastly, giving a boost to other lecturers and communities. This is very important because if we use something that is really benefit, so we need to actually share it, and so that the other learners and also communities will actually gain the same benefits. Okay, next, these are all my literature review that actually I found that are really helpful for my study. So they are titled like the role of mobile apps in language learning. Okay. Second, what mobile apps that improve language learning skills. Okay. Next, there are also mobile apps that promote autonomy learning, because if we are giving our students mobile apps to use, so it actually promote their independent learning. Okay, next, title that actually mobile apps makes learning easier. So the findings are really helpful for my study, because I need to justify why using mobile apps actually make learning easier. So the next one will actually be the criteria for English learning apps. Let's say if I want to develop a mobile apps for my teaching, so I need to know what are the criteria that I need to consider when I develop the mobile apps. So this is my research methodology. So I'm going to use descriptive study using quantitative method. So I have came out with a questionnaire, where in my questionnaire I have 8 important items that I'm going to ask the lecturers on their beliefs about using mobile apps. So, as I mentioned just now, I have a questionnaire that I prepared. So, in order to make sure it is valid to use, so I'm going to give my questionnaire to be examined and validated by at least 2 expertise in teaching English as second language TESOL field. So next one, in order to make sure that my study or my questionnaire is actually reliable, so I need to conduct a pilot test, and I'm going to choose 10 English lecturers who are actually not the actual respondent of the study. This is very important because I want to find out what are the significance of the pilot test, where actually when I conduct the real study after the pilot test, so that I will know whether it actually have the significance between the pilot test and also the findings of the questionnaire. So this is my data analysis. I'm going to use the first one. I'm going to analyze all the research questions that I put the earlier part in my research study. This is very important because I need to know whether my research question in the study actually relate to my research objectives. Okay, second, I'm going to use factor analysis. So factor analysis is very important because if one statistical technique that can be used to provide a relatively simple description to reduction of the numbers of variables called factors. So in my questionnaire, I have several variables that I need to do analysis. So actually factor analysis is a procedure for identifying items or variable based on similarity. So next one, I'm going to do a correlation. I'm going to use Pearson product moment correlation and Spearman rank correlation. As I mentioned just now, if I have 2 variables, so I need to associate it with if one variable that influence the other behavior of other variable. Let's say if there is no effect, then actually the second one will be the independent variable. Okay, the recommendations that I'm going to suggest for this study is actually I can suggest that e-learning in this focus mobile apps, we must offer courses according to the students' demand. Let's say I'm going to teach my students how to speak confidently and correctly, so I need to offer a course that fits my students. Okay, second, recommend that the e-learning instructor and developer should collaborate. Let's say I want to develop a mobile app, so I can collaborate with the developer of the mobile apps. So we can work hand in hand in order to make sure that the mobile apps that we develop is actually benefit to our students. Okay. The third is actually to improve the adaptive nature of the student, because the effectiveness of e-learning which not depending on normal class environment. So we need to make sure that the students that use our mobile apps actually not only depending on normal class environment, but actually to support outside learning. Okay. So my conclusion is actually lecturers need to play important roles by using the mobile apps, where we can actually plan activities that target the students' English language ability. So the second one, when we use mobile apps, maybe it is actually the perfect way improving students' English language ability, but it actually gives more good than harm. We need to consider of looking new method that actually attract our students' learning interest.